There's no business like no business like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing. Everything the traffic will allow. Nowhere could you have that happy feeling when you are stealing that extra bow. There's no people like show people. They smile when they are low.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome along to Eastwood Park Theatre, to Eastwood Rotary Club's annual charity variety show. We've got a fantastic evening ahead of us. If I just briefly introduce myself, I'm Stephen Malloy. I am the president of Eastwood Rotary Club. So if this all goes well, I get all the adulation. If this is a complete disaster, I've got a whole team of people I can blame. I want to thank you all for coming out this evening and supporting us. That's incredibly kind of you all, and I'm sure we can look forward to your generosity regarding our raffle. And at this stage, I'll also just mention and like to thank all of the acts who are performing here for you this evening, because these acts are all doing this voluntarily, giving up of their time and their talents in order to entertain you all and to assist the Rotary Club in raising funds for local communities. So I'd like to thank them now. We'll obviously thank them all the way through the evening and give them a big, big thank you at the end of the show. It's usual when you come to these kind of events to look into the audience. It's actually quite difficult with all these lights in my face, but I know we have a very special person in the audience tonight. At this point, my wife usually gets up and leaves very quickly. But I don't mean her. We have a very famous person in the audience by the name of Russell McMillan. Many of you will know, chairman of East Renfrewshire Good Causes. I'll not ask you to show yourself, Russell, because what I'm about to say is going to embarrass you. So you can slide down into your seat and hide. Russell's quite famous in the East Renfrewshire area for his good work. He's also famous for some of the kind of silly things he does. I don't know if you're aware, recently Russell lost his dog, and he stuck a little postcard up in the broom shops. He just simply said, "Here, boy." I don't think it was too successful. We all know Russell for his charity work. Russell has done quite a number of charitable things, but many of you might not be aware that Russell's very first charity gig was as a hospital DJ. He did the radio in the hospital. And it didn't last very long. Apparently some guy who'd been in a coma for 8 years got up and switched the radio off. And that gave a bit of a clue as to how successful he was. And you can't mention Russell without mentioning the real brains behind the organisation, which is of course Yvonne. And Yvonne is the person who keeps Russell's feet firmly on the ground. I loved the story recently. You've all seen Russell, he's often in the paper, and there was a journalist coming out to interview him from Glasgow, and he actually phoned the house, and Yvonne picked up the phone, and the journalist says, "Can you tell me where the Newton Mearns turnoff is?" And Yvonne said, "If you give me a couple of minutes, I'll get him on the phone." Okay, scene one, theatre acts.
Drown out all the rain, light a patch of darkness.